Hello, and welcome to another day of TA the Degen Way. Said I would do a video going over this INJ and CFX more longer macro outlook chart and why Injective or Conflux. Well, if we look at how far they pumped in the bear market, CFX or Conflux went up 2,000%. Injective went up about 750%, and if we look at Bitcoin and Solana and Ethereum and all the rest of them, we get an average of about 100 to 300% since we bottomed either in June of last year or December, whichever one you want to take. But just looking at, let's hop on this Injective chart. Just looking at how far we pumped since the bottom, 730%. What does that mean? That means that for whatever reason, people were more interested in pitching money at Injective than they were other things. Conflux, same thing. 2,200%. Quite the move. Quite the move. So, what am I seeing on the Conflux chart? We'll just start right here. Well, the wave trend oscillator, deep down, nice and thick on the weekly. Money flow is rising. We got this weekly wave starting to rise. You got a nice clear downtrend. You can see that price retraced. Here's our swing high, our swing low. Price retraced to just above the 61.8, and then when it pulled back exactly 50% of this, from this swing low to this swing high. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect some kind of a measured move, just a simple A, B, C. It may take a while, might be a few pullbacks in between. This weekly's down nice and low. Maybe if Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff does happen to reject and break down, maybe we get a nice, big lower wave, kind of like what we got here. Here's the same thing. Weekly's down low, starting to curl up, and we got a rejection, but we were also in a downtrend. Well, now momentum's rolled to the upside, price is pushed to the upside, and when it pulled back, did we put in a lower low? Well, we did not. We put in a higher low. So you got heavy divergence on the weekly. And for targets, if we look at this swing high to this swing low, just taking 50%, you got 17-18%. Just getting back to the high there, that is a decent move in and of itself. If we go to the entire this entire swing high to this swing low, even if we just get back to this 618, which would be the 618 of this move, is the 786 of this move. That gets us up to 33.75. That's a pretty nice move. And if we consider just this range right here, if we expand it by 1.5, that puts us up just above the 786 and right above this last unbroken high. So we had this high, we broke it, took the liquidity, pulled back. Now as price comes back up, if it manages to break this downtrend, which will be the confirmation of some kind of move to the upside, price is coming down, it loses momentum, and as the trend exhausts, it starts to turn sideways, breaks trend, and moves to the upside. And the next unbroken high is just above the 786. So this 786 is a pretty fair target for 500%. And if we get a measured move, A, B, C, that right there is another 2,200%. Just getting up above this broken high is about 1,000%. That's a 10x, 100x. It's got potential. It's got potential. You can find this chart on TradingView under Crypto File 622. the ideas section, go to community, then come down to trade ideas, or or you could probably just go into the search bar and type crypto file PHILE 622, or else you can always join us on Discord, where these same charts are posted in my swing trade section, or just right on the main board, where we're talking about what we're trading pretty much off and on throughout the day and every day, except for Wednesdays. It's church day. Or I, and whoever chooses to participate, does AMA and some live charting at 8 p.m. in Discord. There should be a link in the description. Come on in and join us and share your own thoughts and ideas. Be certainly interested in looking at them. Now let's look at Injective. This is another weekly chart. So how far did we pump from the bottom? 730%. CFX was 2,000%. That's big time. And what do we got now? We got this weekly that wants to pinch off. If this week confirms in the green, we will be confirming this green dot. And one thing to look at is we got this uptrend. We could always just, when we broke it, we could always just come up and retest that and still reject just the same. We've got this little downtrend. We've already kind of broken out of that and starting to push to the upside. If we give any weight to this macro reverse head and shoulders, the target for that is significantly higher, which would be some type of what you would imagine to be a bull run high, or maybe midway through at the very least of $100. The price right now is at $7. It's a little bit over a 10x. 10x is more than reasonable. Happens all the time. We consider a measured move. Here would be our A, our B, down to this yellow line, and then your C. That measured move comes out if we take this swing low to this swing high, and we pull the fib tool and we expand this swing right here by 1.5 to 1.618. The 1.618 hits our measured move to the penny, which would also be just above our all-time high. Take the liquidity above the high, get some kind of swing failure pattern, and come back on down, maybe retest some of this stuff. And who knows, maybe move again. We could consider even this to be some kind of a ABC, A, B, C. But it does have a reverse head and shoulders pattern, clear neckline, 1, 2, 3, left shoulder, right shoulder. What else is on here? Money flow again is rising, about ready to cross into the green, and you can see this wave here and this wave here. This wave is a little bit higher than this wave, so it is trending to the upside. The price also barely even pulled back compared to back here. Here we got a double bottom with heavy divergence. Here we got this pullback, but look at how little price pulled back. That could be thought of as super bullish or bearish. But that's what I see on Conflux and Injective, and the reason I have my eye on them is how much did they pump in the bear market compared to everything else. Bitcoin did 100. A lot of stuff did around 100%. A lot of the alt layer 2s and whatnot. And then there's a few outliers like Solana did 300. A lot of them, did somewhere between 1 and 300. Well, this did 700. Conflux did 2,000. A lot of backing behind it for whatever reason, right, wrong, or indifferent. But they've been around for a while, and they're available on the perpetual futures. So if you like how these charts are drawn up, or if you've taken any of these trades or find any value in it, like, share, and subscribe these videos. And join us on Discord using the link below. And we're talking about it pretty much all day. And I don't think the stream would be complete if we didn't check in on Bitcoin. Every one of these trades from the last week is seriously in the green. From when we were looking for price to reverse to the upside, and the only one that's open from on Discord from the swing trade section that is still in the red from the entry price is Conflux, but I do expect it to be a big mover. And since the entry of all those trades, the price is now pushed up far enough for a person to take some profit. I like to close, 25% or so and get my stop loss to entry. 75% of the trade still open on house money on a whole bunch of different assets. So if the price comes down, stops one or two out, and the rest make it, so be it. So let's hop over to Bitcoin and take a look at that real quick. Well, here on Conflux, just looking a little bit more zoomed in here, this is the hourly. You can see even on the hourly, we're starting to form a reverse head and shoulders, looking for maybe one more little dip down, get a little mini reverse head and shoulders here. Push to the upside into this fair value gap would be a B, C measured move. And momentum's pretty high in the hourly, so we'd expect some kind of a pullback, but we got some curvature to the upside, so hopefully it just comes back to here, and that curvature is being created by this price action versus time. Here it was going up at this rate, and then now it kind of leveled off sideways and is starting to build to the upside. See it in the oscillator. Let's hop over to Bitcoin, which did see the bounce, did hold the level, and is now much higher. What am I looking for right here? For a continuation signal. Well, we're looking for some bullish consolidation. Here's the macro downtrend line. Pop out to a higher time frame here. Hop on the 4 hour, which is getting up there. You expect to cool off of some kind. What do you got here? Some consolidation in this level. Left, head, right. Hopefully push to the upside. But you can see this 4 hours getting up there quite a ways. So, as this rolls over to the downside, the question is, how far does it pull down the price? Does it just kind of bullishly consolidate? Does it pull back, 50% of the swing right here since it pushed up? I mean, that's bullish. If we can manage to only pull back to, this 200 EMA or even these highs here on the 4 hour, what are we looking at? The 26,900, area, 850 area. That would be perfect, but we're pretty much right at this trend line is what we're looking at. That's coming from the high, coming on down. And you got all these nice lows, took the liquidity below, said no, came back up and pushed to the upside. So if we consider this the bottom of our range, we could hee-haw around here for a while, consolidating for a little while still, but again, just like this head and shoulders didn't play out here, it's because there's buy pressure down here for whatever reason. Now the question is there enough buy pressure to reverse this thing? And I think there is. Momentum seems to be behind it. You can see us curling down. This would be the bottom of the momentum cycle. Here's the bottom on the price, but here momentum is bottomed out, clear divergence. You would expect to rotate to the upside and be topping out somewhere out here in the middle of October. Take a measured move here. Just simple ABC retrace even. Which wouldn't be the most bullish thing in the world, but it is a nice trade anyways. I mean, that gets us back up to 28,725 to these lows, this bottom range there. But what it does most importantly is it breaks us out of this macro downtrend. So what I'm looking for right now as this good sign of continuation and a reason to hold these swing trades for the next week or so, a couple weeks maybe, would be to come down to the hourly here or less. And right where price is now, we know it's right at this trend line. We want to see some bullish consolidation, kind of like what we're getting, like a bull flag or a pennant. what would be the target on this if we consider this here, you know, some kind of a flagpole. Peak of this pennant would be about right there. You know, that would get us up above the trend line. Pull back, retest this macro downtrend. Everybody and their brother gets bullish then. Get a nice push up into resistance, and I guess we'll just have to see what happens. If we can reclaim 28,750, man, we might be off to the races. But we'll just have to see what happens here over the next couple hours. Is price gonna break out of this? And you can see this curvature to the price action. It's got some room still, you know. Could make a nice little bull flag here. Price pumps again, you know, then we get a bigger cool off. Head on to the upside. But if it's what you like, join us. Till next time, trade well.